Contrarians, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Wednesday, February 2nd. First off, take a look at BTC here, sitting at 37,676. We did put this out in our newsletter yesterday. We were kind of talking about some of the scenarios that could happen for Bitcoin. We basically said that Bitcoin had broken out beyond the trend line at the time yesterday, but 90% of the time we will see a back test of this line. And sure enough, here we go. We are getting a back test, or it looks like we should be getting a back test come through. It's also a lot of volume coming through on these candles here. You can kind of see where it was at yesterday. We were kind of teetering around that 38,500 level, which we said was a crucial area to kind of close with conviction above. And now it looks like we are going to get that back test come into play here. We can also see that the Bitcoin dominance is finding a little bit of support here. Now that Bitcoin is breaking to the downside yesterday, Bitcoin dominance pretty much melted, which was awesome to see. We saw some nice moves in alts. As far as the altcoins go right now, the top leaders we're looking at, basically Quant here. We got IOTA, Neo, but it looks like all of those will probably end up reacting a little negatively to Bitcoin's move down. It looks like IOTA is actually finding a little bit of stability here, but one thing I do want to see, and this is actually a really good sign, is that all these that are labeled in the dark blue here, these are all the BTC pairs, and this is what we want to see start floating to the top of these movers here. When you go to the change and you see the higher gainers for the day, we want to see the Bitcoin pairs moving to the upside here, because that means that Bitcoin is flowing into these assets. We're not so much worried about the USD dollar pair. We're more or less worried about the Bitcoin pair. So this could be a good sign here as we start to see some money flow into the Bitcoin trading pairs for these altcoins that we are in. As Bitcoin dominance falls, that's what we want to see. Bitcoin moving into these other assets. And so we'll dive into the news here real quick. This is going to be a shorter video, I think. Microstrategy, they're always in the news. They take $147 million impairment charge on Bitcoin holdings in Q4. It says the software firm recently told the SEC it would revise its disclosures related to adjustments for impairments on digital assets. Basically, if you guys don't know what impairment means, or the impairment charge, it's basically just a drastic reduction in the recoverable value of a fixed asset. So he's losing money on his assets, essentially. Look at this guy. All these billions of dollars, he can't afford Crest white strips. Pretty crazy. It also says that for 2021, MicroStrategy posted a total digital asset impairment loss of $831 million. Currently, they're holding 124,391 Bitcoins, valued at just around 3.752 billion. Actually, let me take that back. There's a updated value here, 4.8 billion. He's got 125,051 Bitcoins now. So that's where MicroStrategy's sitting. As you guys know, we know that the billionaires are not in here for our best interest. They need somebody to sell to. Those people that they're selling to are us, the small fish. So whatever this guy says with his yellow teeth, take with a grain of salt, because chances are, whatever's coming out from his camp is probably not accurate and is probably meant to deter you. So I also want to note real quick, we got that the companies unexpectedly cut 301,000 jobs in January. So the last jobs report was terrible. This was updated about 30 minutes ago. Generally speaking, the worse the economic news is, the better the stocks and crypto does. We'll see if what we're going through here is just a temporary pullback, but it says that private payrolls fell by 301,000 for January versus the 200,000 estimate. So chances are this number is probably actually a lot lower than we're being led to. I should say this number is a lot higher than we're being led to believe. I was watching Manarino this morning. He thinks this number is about 3 times higher, so probably more like 1 million jobs, saying that Omicron hit everything. But it's really just the flu, so I can't imagine that it hit anybody too hard. But aside from that, we got that the NFTs, celebrities, and perverse deal making. I don't know if you guys caught this. I know I'm probably a little late to the party on what happened over here with Paris Hilton and Jimmy Fallon. It was absolutely abysmal and super hard to watch. It was probably the most cringeworthy thing I've seen in a while. I'm gonna try and play it here. We'll see if I get a copyright strike. If I do, I guess I'll have to re-upload it. But you guys can hopefully take a listen here. I'm assuming I'm going to get hit with a strike, but we'll see. Just listen to how awful this sounds and how forced the laughs sounded in this absolutely horrific 60-second clip. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, I jumped in.
I know, I heard. I'm so happy I taught you what they were.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
I got an ape too because I saw you on the show with people and you said you got a MoonPay, so I went and I copied you and did the same thing.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
This is your
mine.
ape.
Yeah,
We debuted.
it's really cool. Like the hat, the shades.
Now, how do you pick? Because you can pick your ape.
Yes, I was going through a lot of them and I was like, I want something that like kind of reminds me of me, but this one, it does. I think we made like another version of it where he takes the hat off and blonde hair comes out.
So. Yeah, because you can do it now whatever you want.
Animated version.
We're part of the same. We're part of the same community. We're both apes.
I love it.
This is my ape.
It's yours. Yours is so cool. I love the red heart sunglasses. I love the captain hat.
It reminded me of me a little bit because I wear striped shirts. I've worn these heart sunglasses because my daughters, just as a joke, they have them, and as a joke, I put them on. So I've done this. And I love yacht rock and being breezy. So I'm like, yeah, that kind of, and I like the blue. Dude, look at us.
They look like they could be friends.
They're buddies.
Oh my God. This is the worst promo ever for MoonPay and NFTs. Like you said, you guys know our position. We're staying away from these NFTs. Anytime something gets promoted that hard, it makes you wonder what's really going on here. You're going to spend 900 Ethereum on a freaking ape, millions of dollars for some dumbass cartoon character. Makes absolutely no sense to me. Would way rather risk getting in on a crypto that has actual utility like XRP, XLM, XDC. You guys know where we sit on the ISO assets, but how horrible is that? Absolutely awful. Also, this clickbaity article, kind of wanted to point out to you guys here, Alphabet is exploring blockchain technology for flagship services. It says Google's parent company is reportedly exploring applying emerging tech to its main products and services. Really, this article said a whole lot of nothing because it says notably these are just the initial ideas Alphabet has made regarding the new decentralized web. Other organizations, including prominent Silicon Valley IT titans, have been far more proactive in adopting Web3 than Google. So really, they just said, yeah, we're looking at it, and it became a news article. So make sure you guys read these things and drill down into what's actually being said, because a lot of times it's absolutely nothing. Also, very important to note, it says hodlers beware. New malware targets MetaMask and 40 other crypto wallets. It says users have been warned against a new malware designed to steal crypto from browser extension wallets such as MetaMask and Coinbase Wallet. We personally do not use any of those extensions. I have MetaMask, but like I said, I barely ever use it. I kind of just have a little bit of Ethereum sitting on there to pay some transaction fees for the times that I need to get some hard to find assets. But otherwise, I don't think I've opened that thing up in quite a while, and I definitely don't have a lot of money on there. But it says that security was never the strong suit of browser-based crypto wallets to store Bitcoin. Yeah, you guys don't want to do that. Store them. If you have Bitcoin, Bitcoin has their own native wallet. You guys can do that. It syncs up with the blockchain. Obviously, a Ledger hardware wallet is what we use. It's kind of what we promote. I know a lot of other people use that as well. It's just very, very easy and user-friendly once you kind of get past the short learning curve there. But make sure you guys are off of some of these wallets here. You want to make sure they're stored on the cold wallet or stored on the software that's maybe connected to a computer that you don't really connect to the internet too much. You guys can have wallets on computers that are not connected to the internet, and you guys can get your addresses that you need to send those funds to, and you guys can always just send money to those wallets using that address without actually connecting to the internet until you actually need to move those funds. So the longer you're off the internet, the better. That's why, cold storage wallets, in our opinion, are the way to go. But definitely want you guys to be mindful of that and know that this stuff is out there and hackers will come for your crypto. We don't even, like me personally and with the company, we do zero trading on our phone. All of our trading is done through our computers, and a majority of our funds are kept offline and not on the exchanges. So keep that in mind. Beware. And I think with that being said, that will do it for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap. If you guys like what you heard, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can sign up for the free newsletter. We also have the paid version, and it's a really good way to help keep this content going. So we'll catch you guys all in the next one.